When you name a movie Mollywood Times, don't you think people are going to immediately think it is about the film industry?
Maybe, yeah, maybe I have not thought about. Maybe from my next film, I should think about a lot of things in more detail before taking decisions. Because whatever decisions I've taken till now has been from my instincts.
Yeah.
And I've never thought twice. Oh, what will people think? What will people think? I think after Mollywood Times, especially the way people receive the second half of the film, I have a feeling that I should think a little more before taking a lot of decisions.
And what is this second half thing?
Second half thing, people were not very kind to the second half, as in like they felt it's too lengthy and it's too preachy. A lot of comments I forgot. I don't know if these are stuff that I should actually believe. I'll probably take 1 or 2 months and then process it and then analyze where I've gone wrong somewhere, or maybe the comments are not right. I don't know. Right now it's too early for me to judge.
Yeah, and anyway, what is wrong or right? It's like it's a movie. You make it with a conviction. There is no right or wrong. I mean, maybe you can say that, because at the end of the day, nobody can really say why people like a movie or don't like a movie. It's only an individual point of view. But what I really wanted to kind of explore was, when you name a movie so specifically Mollywood Times and say a hate letter to cinema, immediately people are going to think, oh, he's going to make a satire on Bollywood, on Mollywood. But you're not doing that. Actually,
that's actually one layer of it.
It is one sub-layer of it. But on top, the real story is about how an individual, a very Ayn Rand-like individual, Howard Roark kind of individual, goes about his journey without compromising on his ideals. That is the super level, right? That's the real story.
Correct.
So I thought maybe the title was a little misleading because it makes people think this is about the film industry.
And they probably expected more of a satire or a spoof or whatever they wanted. And also coming from a filmmaker who made Mukundan Unni Associates, which was a very cold and one-note film. I felt like they expected more of a cold film or more of a film with a lot more casual narrative than this. This has a certain emotional weightage to it.
Right.
And also, maybe they were not expecting that as well.
One film that this film reminded me of, and I'll tell you why later, but I'll name the film first and you tell me if that's the film you were thinking of while you were making this film, structure-wise. Zodiac.
No, this is a new thing for me.
Okay.
It never came to me.
Okay, so let me tell you why it kind of, I thought of it, not thing-wise, because there what happens is, an investigation started. This is Fincher's Zodiac, right? A narrative, an investigation started, and it goes on, and at first it's a very exciting journey because okay, this killing is happening, that killing is happening, but then the investigation hits a wall, the thing, and it is a repetition of the frustration that the team feels till they get to an end, which is not really an end because the killer is never found. So the film is actually a 3-hour meditation on the things that happen while an investigation is being pursued.
It's a beautiful film. I love Zodiac.
Yeah, and for me this felt very similar in that it's like a 3-hour meditation on what it feels like to frustratingly chase something. Yeah. There it's a killer, here it's success in film industry. True. So that's why I thought
that's actually a very beautiful parallel because I never thought about it.
Yeah.
In fact, when I was starting the writing with Ramu, the first thing I told Ramu was let's not refer or even look at any other film that released before this.
Yeah.
And I want to make a really original film. And the only reason I told him that was because the comparisons between Nightcrawler and Mukundan Unni affected me a lot because I took so much of effort in making Mukundan Unni Associates. The writing of Mukundan Unni was not easy. Vimal and I had broken our brains to write each scene of that film. We had gone to the extent of, our partners, I went through a divorce, Vimal went through a divorce. Both of us went through divorce after we finished the script of Mukundan Unni Associates.
Because you were not able to.
Because we were so obsessed with making it and we had spent so much of time, effort, brain power. It's not easy to write the script. And suddenly one person just comes and says it's a copy of Nightcrawler. It just broke our hearts. You don't know, you can't understand the level of anger and frustration and sadness that came to my head and Vimal's head when such comments were passed, because that's like demeaning our efforts in a single word.
Yeah.
You know, and I was very particular that I told Ramu, when we're making this film, let's not even look at another film. I want to make an original film, and from my second film, I'm going to do that. I mean, from Mollywood Times, even my next film, I want to make original films. I mean, I'm not saying Mukundan Unni is not an original film. It's perceived as a copy. Yeah. I don't want that perception as well. I want people to say that this is an original piece of work.
Two things.
Yeah.
One is, why are you taking some random person's things?
It's not a random person. It's a general perception. The internet can create narratives. It can create, and that narrative is very permanent.
But as long as you know that it's not,
it's not. So, but it's frustrating when people talk about it online. When people comment on my tweets and comment on my Instagram posts and social media posts, and they talk shit about my film, which I made with so much of heart, so much of labor, of love. That film is a labor of love. Mukundan Unni Associates.
I would
even
say
Mollywood Times. But they are not going to talk about Mollywood Times that way, because it's an original film, and there's no comparison to any other film.
And the second thing I wanted to tell you is, when I was talking about Zodiac, I was just talking about the template, or rather the structure.
Of course.
I was not saying it was inspiration or anything.
I can confidently, say that it's not even. I've not even spoken about it.
Yeah. I just occurred to me because of this particular parallel.
Yeah.
And